Hey y'all, it's your girl REXRUC, and I'm back with another video. I hope you guys are keeping up with my poetry because I've been putting it out there. I've been dropping them like they hot. We all know why I'm bent, because of my political view. I'm not a political person, but because of my perspective of life in America and of my life as being in America, I'm rather grateful to be in the land of the brave, in a home of the free. And now I'm not at all a political type of girl, because black people and politics don't mix. It seems like somebody always come up missing. So therefore, I know for a fact that this is not politics. For me, I'm a spiritual person, and I've always been a spiritual person. And it's a part of my constitutional right to believe in things that we cannot see. That's what it says in the Constitution, and that's what I do. Amen. So I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not offending anybody. I'm so sick and tired of acting like me, believing in what I choose to. We got to believe in something. Believing what I choose to believe in is a problem to you, because you can't take what is for what it is. It is what it is. Period. Point blank. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like to face the fact of the matter of, but every day I wake up, I face the fact of the matter, and I keep it pushing. Like the fact that I can't change that I'm black. I'm black. I can't change the fact that I'm black, and whether or not I get lighter or not, I'ma still have these. Look what they didn't treat Michael Jackson like he wasn't black, so why would they treat me like I'm not black? That's the fact of the matter. That's the truth, actual fact of the matter. You understand what I'm saying? And so the U.S. is facing this issue with Taiwan or something like that, to where as though, Taiwan is saying that the U.S. is not going to bully them. They're willing to start a war with the U.S. and kick up all this mess with the U.S. and all of this stuff. But how peaceful has the United States of America been even throughout this pandemic? Because this is like the issue that I'm faced with my neighbor is one of the problems that Donald Trump was talking about. This man next door, I love him from the bottom of my heart. I have no issue with him. He is not an American. Don't have an American. He don't have nothing to be here. When he got locked up, he gave the police officers a fake passport. He had went to extensive measures to appear to be American, learned 6 languages, okay? Because when we went to the courtroom, my lawyer was asking me, I told my lawyer that his name is not Gabriel Batash and he's not a Jew. It was pretty evident to my lawyer, because this man who he's never met, Jews don't sit in jail. But he was a Jew and he was sitting in jail. Furthermore, they're not even dressing like Jews. This man is past 30 years old. He don't even have the Jewish hat. He's wearing a kufi as the Muslims do. And the wife, they just going off of movies. They dressing up how they see movies. It was 70 degrees yesterday. She had on a peacoat like Kanye West and a fur hat, but not fox fur at that. And Jews don't wear fox. They wear everything authentic. You might think it might look old to you, but that's old because it's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. It's worth thousands and probably millions at this point. And I'm not ass kissing. I'm just telling you the truth. I know who God, turned his people over into the hands of the Jews, and it was for a reason. I know what a Jew look like when I see one, and I'm not being smart. So like I was saying, one of the issues that we face is that in the public housing system in New York City, I've never really lived in a shelter before, but I had the honor of living in a shelter to understand what it means to live like this. There's so many, I live in a re-gentrified project area, which means it's the projects, but it's a step below. It's nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's very nice. You understand? It's a lot of stuff that can be fixed, but at the end of the day, I'm not one to complain. It is very nice, and I'm very grateful to stay here, okay? We have all different ethnicities inside these buildings, white, black, and they are beautiful American people. I have no problem with that. The issue that I'm having is that when NYCHA has hired people that they don't understand their genealogy and their ethnicity, and because they don't understand that other countries, like you see how in America we have different races of people and they all look different and we talk different languages. It's not just like that in America. It's the same way everywhere you go, even in Asia. Let me tell you something. India is inside of Asia. Whether you know it or not, India is in Asia. It is separated by the Himalayan mountains. However, India has its own platonic plate. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a part of Asia. But and that's why in the Bible, God didn't want people to mix the genealogies and mix themselves together. But God said, do what you want in the New Testament. It's because we can sometimes get confused of what it is to be what. Because you don't think that Asians have bred with the Indians and they come out looking Indian, or you don't think vice versa, or you don't think it's a mixture because of where they are placed in the world. However, my neighbor has went to extensive measures to even go and get reconstructive surgery on him and his wife's face. And he got my neighbor across the hall thinking he's Spanish because he could talk Spanish. Now me, I haven't gotten any reconstructive surgery as of yet. However the case may be, I can pass for Dominican, Black, African, Haitian, so many races of people accept me for how I look, thinking that I'm a part of their culture. Despite the fact that what you think right now of me being barefaced, that's the fact of the matter. So like I was saying, NYCHA don't understand that they have hired people thinking they're from somewhere else, but they're not. They're from actually a different place. And these people are using the public housing system as a refugee camp for their people. And that's fine, because I'm not saying it's fine for me, because I don't have no say-so over that. That's not my business, you understand? What I'm saying is that it's understandable when you've come from a place where you don't have freedom, if you don't have rights to do and say what you want. But here it is, what Donald Trump was saying that I have this Asian man calling the cops on me before we both got arrested for fighting, calling the cops on me for nothing, abusing our he don't pay taxes. He's never paid taxes to be here, abusing our taxpayer dollars, you know, because he's gotten away with foolishness for so long. Calling the cops that he don't pay for, calling the cops that he know nothing about, calling them when I'm praying, calling them for any and everything, thinking that America is so racist to not understand. You know, what I'm saying is true. We both got arrested because he's not American and he's not white, and I'm sure that the cops know who he is. But at this point, I know he is. The cops know who he is. I'm the one who told the cops who he was. NYCHA was misunderstanding about who exactly he was. NYCHA did not understand who they actually hired to pretty much move their cousins in. They was coming in 2020 on unmarked planes with unmarked passports that's not really their name. They went to extensive measures. And then to say that the U.S. is bullying them when we have so many of their people over here living for free because he do not have a lease. I know this because he broke into his mailbox when his mail came into my house. I understand that I'm black and you don't want to hear what I'm saying, but hear what I'm saying. It's not fair. Because my ancestors died for me to be here. Regardless of how many homes I come from owning, my family come from owning. People fought and died and bled for me to be here, and they were American. I'm American. There should be no reason why we both got arrested, but I was happy that we did because this is my first time ever being arrested. He has a history. I've never been arrested. Ever. Ever. I don't conduct myself like a fool. I know what it means to be American. Be American is being love with our neighbor, showing respect to our American neighbor. No, it don't matter about the race and none of that stuff. But he, from the outside looking in, and this is why we got to do better as a country, thought that his white skin will excel over the fact that I have knowledge that he's not from here, that he's not, you know, what he's portrayed, a New York Jew, okay? That his passport is not valid, and that he's being indecent to everybody who lives here because these people are already poor. You making friends with the elderly lady next door. You know, sometimes old Spanish ladies can be racist. Although she have a black boyfriend, they don't understand what's going on. So he preying on negligence and ignorance of people who don't know any better. I'm not her. I know some better. Don't speak to me. Don't knock on my door because you don't have a lease to be here. And I find it offensive that I sat in a shelter for 3 years with my son, and you came over here on a plane, okay, and your cousin let you in, and you staying here. You got your apartment fixed up. I ain't got no TV. Why is it that you don't live here? You're not from America. You got TVs. You got everything. You living a good life, okay? And you're not American. But then you ungrateful for the life that you live. You ungrateful for disrespecting me. And disrespecting my legal system. My mom, me, my grandpa, my great-grandfather, we paid taxes for that. You don't call them for no reason. You don't call them out here for no reason. Those are not your police. Whether they show fear or not, I'm not afraid. God did not give me the spirit of fear. Amen? So that's what we got to do better about. Because who's gonna allow us to come to their, you know, country when it's time for us to be in refuge? I'm sure there's people. But that's actually the fact of the matter. So I'm being harassed. My son being harassed. He would dare even try to Sandra blame me and choke me out in the hallway, knowing damn well he ain't supposed to be here. Knowing damn well he got reconstructive surgery on his face. Knowing damn well he's from Asia. And there's nothing wrong with being Asian. But be grateful for what you have. Because there are people in America who was born here who are suffering more than the people who came over here in refuge to get away from the danger inside their country. It's your girl, Minister Ari, Minister Ari. Remember, do what you got to do for you.